What's happening, guys? Welcome back to Duty's Daggers, and we are doing a video on this amazing knife. This is the Quiet Carry Drift XL, and it is a banger. Holy crap. This is not mine. This was lent to me by a viewer and buddy, and I'm really, really happy that I got to check it out. It really makes me want one badly. Um, when I just saw photos of this online, you don't really get the scale of the knife until you get it in hand. And I thought possibly it would be too large for me. For my EDC knives, I don't like too big a knife. But it's not. It's called an XL, but really it's kind of just like just kind of a perfect EDC knife size. It's amazing. We're gonna get all into it, but first of all, please subscribe to the channel. Check down there, make sure that you are subscribed. And my Instagram is duties_daggers. You can follow me over there if you want to. So first things first, let's measure this bad boy. The blade length is 3 3/8 of an inch. The handle is about 4 3/8 of an inch. And overall, we're looking about 7 7/8, just under 8 inches overall. Size comparisons. Another amazingly slicey knife with incredible texturing on the titanium scale. The TRM Atom with the lizard skin titanium. The TRM Shadow, another very, very slicey, sort of similar knife. The reason I have my TRMs out here is because of this. Look at this. Look at how thin that blade stock is. It's actually thinner than the Shadow and the Atom. Thinner blade stock than the Shadow and Atom. Unbelievable. This was previously the thinnest blade stock in my collection. Both these TRMs. Well, and they still are because I don't own this, but you know what I mean. It's crazy. I mean, it's not a lot thinner, but it is definitely thinner. I measured it with the calipers. It is thinner. This thing is going to slice so well, and I have to double check if I can do a cut test with this knife since I don't own it. I'm pretty sure he said that I could. I'm going to double check that, and then you will more than likely see a cut test video of this coming up in the next couple days. I cannot wait. There is just, it's going to slice extremely well. There's no way that it couldn't. With this insanely thin blade stock, this very close to full flat grind, the broad blade, the thinness behind the edge, the sharpness, everything, man. This is going to do so well. So there's a couple of size comparisons really quick. And let's do a couple more just in case you don't own any TRMs. Let's do a PM2. Drift XL is a little smaller than the PM2. We'll do a native 5. Let's do a CVV Elementum. And let's do let's do a CJRB Pyrite Warney. There you go. That's all that out of the way. So this is right around $300. I think just over like $330 possibly. The blade steel here is Vanex. So this knife is totally and completely rust proof. The hardware, the scales, the blade, everything. It might rust if you like let it sit in a bucket of salt water for a year or something, but day to day this will never rust, which is cool. Another reason why I want this knife. I used to have a native 5 salt, which was my rust-proof knife, but I traded that away, so I need another one in the collection. This would be a good candidate. We have this amazing texturing on the show side. Some of my favorite texturing I have ever seen on titanium. This stuff is right up there. Both of these textures are some of my absolute favorite that I've ever seen on titanium. Oh, just incredible. This stuff is finer, though, making it more grippy. Not too grippy, just absolutely perfectly grippy. It's the same texture that's on that little strip on the 9. The Quiet Carry 9, which I should have brought out earlier for comparison, but here you go now. Same texturing right up here. Just, it's so good. This texture is amazing. The 9 is amazing. Quiet Carry just does some really, really incredible designs, and they have not disclosed their OEM as far as I know, but whoever it is just, they do so good. The attention to detail and the fit and finish is incredible. I really love how they do these flat-backed hardware, so you don't see any Torx on the show sides, and how they leave that like a satin finish. It looks so good. Just a nice, just clean pivot. Very minimal billboarding, just very tiny letters, Quiet Carry up there, and then tiny letters, Vanix on the other side. That's all you need. They do great with their plunge grinds and sharpening choils. It's a little better on the 9 here. The plunge grind is farther back, but here on the Drift XL, it's not bad. You'll get a few sharpens out of this just fine before you start getting up in here where it thickens up. So it could be a little bit better, but it's absolutely fine. You're not going to have any problems for a good long while. Yeah. The knife's pretty thin. Actually very thin. There is thickness compared to the 9. Thickness compared to the Shadow. It's quite thin. Oddly enough, it doesn't feel that thin when you're gripping the knife, though. I thought that maybe it would kind of feel uncomfortable, maybe, it being so thin, but I think it's just the way that the handle is shaped. It's nice and wide this way. It really feels great. I don't feel any hot spots. It feels really nice. We don't have a choke-up spot, but you're able to get really nice up and close to the edge right here. This feels great right here. I don't feel like I'm pushed back from the edge. This feels great. Very, very good. Ergonomics are really, really good. So we have the texturing on this side. Lock side, no texturing, but there's still like a light stonewash over everything, which looks great. We have a wire clip. Now, I kind of wish they would have put this clip on, because let me tell you something. This clip on the 9 is one of my all-time favorite clips ever. It's so freaking good. I just can't explain how good it is. Just the way that it looks, the way that it comes up and wraps and is flush right here on the butt. I love how that looks. It's completely just smooth and flat underneath there, since it goes back behind the scale. You see there's nothing in there to catch on your pocket seam or anything. It's completely flat, does not cause any hot spots, but it goes in and out of your pocket incredibly easily. Even the thick seams on my Carhartts. You do not need a little swoop-de-whoop thing to be able to get it into your pants. It just doesn't need that. What matters is the clearance between the surface of the scale and that point right there. If that's large enough, it'll be able to go into your pocket just fine. But I kind of get why they went with the wire clip. This is a kind of a more, I don't know, slim, lightweight knife, so that's fine. I do like that it's nice and short. I really hate when clips get, long, way longer than they need to be. This is great. I like short clips, and it does work really nicely too. I like how they did the hidden lanyard hole. So you can see the lanyard hole is only through the lock side. On the show side, there's nothing. So you can have it right back in here if you want to. But if you don't want to, you have a nice, clean, fresh, and unblemished show side. That's awesome. The action. This is the smoothest washer knife I have ever felt, period. It almost makes me think I might be wrong in saying that it is washers, but I'm almost 100% certain it is washers. Let me double check. Yeah, it's washers. This is insanely smooth. The detent is excellent. Reverse flick too. And, I mean, this thing drops shut almost. I mean, it doesn't drop shut. You get a couple shakes, but, dude, have you ever seen a washer knife drop like this? This has better action than some bearing knives that I own. Incredible. Imagine how smooth it's going to be once it breaks in. This is a new knife. Once this breaks in, I mean, there's no way that it couldn't be just completely dropped shut. It's crazy. Unbelievable. Really, really unbelievable. Over travel stop. The lock bar axis is good, and they had to really nail that because being so thin, you really don't have anywhere to kind of sneak your thumb in unless this scale is carved away enough for you to get in there. And they did that. They carved it away enough where disengaging the lock bar is really comfortable and very easy to do. This is a marvel. This is a marvel of design and fit and finish and engineering. I don't want to say the term a perfect knife because that's not a term to throw around lightly, but this is close to it. I really feel like this is close to a perfect knife, not the perfect knife, but just a perfect knife. There are a good number of perfect knives out there. I feel like this might be one of them. Just this design alone, not even, take the action, the smoothness, the texturing out of it. We just look at the lines and the way that the design is. It is a very good looking knife, extremely good looking. I mean, man, look at that thing. And then you add everything else that's great about it. The smoothness, the great action, the nice stonewash over everything. It's completely rust proof. Everything else makes this wow. Wow, wow, wow. The factory edge is really good. Such a nice drop point blade, There is belly, so for utility cuts, you're going to have to be, raising up to get around the belly to the tip. But it's a nice dropped point, so it won't be too bad. And that belly is really going to come in handy where you're doing the type of cuts where you kind of want to get the tip down and then rock back on that belly. It's going to be it's going to cut really well. I'm very excited to do the cut test on it. So look for that coming soon. I really like this. I really like the original Drift as well, even though I've never owned one. I am soon. I will own one soon. I just haven't owned one yet. And, the real difference is the absence of the choke-up spot on the XL here. The original had an enlarged, choke-up area so that you could get up here. And originally, that was kind of a turnoff for me on this XL. I thought it was a mistake for them to get rid of that choke-up area. But after handling it, I do not feel that way anymore. I feel that they designed this perfectly, and this is a knife that does not need a choke-up spot, which is weird for me to say because I almost always like that or prefer that, but this design is so good that I feel it does not need one. So that's it, folks. I believe these sold out, are out of stock, but they will be back. As always, they will be back. Look at these, just pretty. These are so pretty. What other good titanium textures do I have? Let me see here. I mean, the Hinderer texture is really nice. What else? I think that's probably the best. You have some OG goat texturing, just real nice. But man, this is really, really nice. This is really, really nice as well. I don't even know if I could decide which one I liked best. I think this is the best as far as grippiness goes. Grippiness and looks. You don't want it to be super grippy but look bad. This is kind of perfect balance between grippy and also looks amazing. This is the grippiest one on the table. This probably is the prettiest one on the table. So there you go. Just some eye candy. Thanks for watching, folks. Please like the video before you head out. Pick yourself up a quiet carry knife. I have been extremely happy with every quiet carry knife I've handled. This 9, I feel like, is could very well be a knife of the year candidate. Well, I don't feel that it is. It is in my book. And the Drift XL, man. I mean, that could be a contender too. It's crazy. That's it. All right, I'm gonna stop talking. Love you guys. See you later. Adios.